your opportunity. That's your motivation to advance. Today, I'm just pouring the salad dressing on the sandwich guy, but tomorrow I could be meat and cheese guy.
Who everybody respects.
Everybody respects meat and cheese guy.
Everybody respects the meat
He's
and
the
cheese
first
guy.
person you talk to in the line, right?
Yeah, he's the man
He
that
is.
everybody looks up to. He doesn't get paid anymore,
He gets paid in respect
but well,
and blowjobs.
And meat and cheese.
yeah, he gets his.
That's what they call the blowjobs. I come back behind the counter for meat and cheese.
Oh, cheese!
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Smart Avengers. My name's Corey. Here with me is Dylan and Jon. What kind of?
Good luck editing that one together where it makes sense.
No, it's not going to. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
But hi.
That could have been worse. That could have been worse.
We've said worse things before we even started recording, so we got it all of our system.
Mm-hmm.
So
me.
Regardless. Welcome back to the show. How's it been, guys?
All good.
All good? Yes, not too bad. Not too bad.
Good. Well, somebody is about to have a really bad day here at the Smart Avengers, and that person is someone we have all been tasked, or at least the two of you have been tasked with murdering. We are going back to a bit of a classic one. It's sort of a format that I enjoy, where the Smart Avengers try to kill a character or unalive them, as the children say. In the past,
Corey, don't.
But if I'm gonna make a short and put it on the algorithm, I have to say unalive.
I want the short to just be me shouting the word suicide like 50 times.
Dylan, who's your favorite wrestler from TNA in the late 2000s?
Gotta be Suicide.
There you go.
I love Suicide. There you go. That's the clip.
That's the intro.
Yeah. That's the intro. Just me saying I love Suicide. And then like a really long pause. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, in the past we have saw to the death of the Flash. We have saw to the death of Wolverine and Magneto, and Aquaman was our very first.
Aquaman, yes.
Which gave us the fantastic lore of a water hand, which is incredibly fitting because the character that we are killing today, we discussed last episode a little bit, and that is Lobo, who, coincidentally enough, will be getting played by Jason Momoa later this year in the Supergirl film. So there's our connection.
I thought you could be like, coincidentally, he has two magic hands.
I know a lot of men and women find him to be very attractive, and I'm sure he can make those hands do some magic, is all I'm going to say on that topic.
He is a great sandwich artist at whatever the fuck, put pot bellies.
Yeah, meat and cheese. He's the meat and cheese guy.
You know it. You know it. Ladies love him. And the men are pretty happy too.
They're pretty, yeah, no, I would say that he's one of those everyone can agree on kind of guys. But anyway, enough about Jason Momoa. Like you said,
I thought you meant Lobo in general. I mean, I don't know if I'd fuck Jason Momoa.
Oh, you're lost then. More for the rest of us. That being
you say that, I think I'm doing okay.
Okay. There's an awkward silence. Anyway, this intro's taking way too long. But yes, anyway, this I think is going to be very fun and very topical because of two factors. One, as I mentioned just a few moments ago, Lobo will be making his film debut in the Supergirl film. It is not his first time being adapted to other media, though. Lobo has appeared in the cartoons like in Young Justice and Superman animated series, and I believe he also showed up in the Justice League cartoon once or twice. He has been in video games as well. He was one of the first DLC characters for the first Injustice game. There was a short-lived show on Sci-Fi Network called Krypton, which was about Jor-El and stuff. Because this will be a mini side tangent that may not make the cut, but I don't know why we want to make superhero television shows, but we don't want it to be about the superhero that we know and love. Like, oh, we're going to have a Batman show, but Bruce Wayne's a child. Oh, yeah. We're going to have a show about Superman and Krypton, but Superman actually hasn't been fucking born yet. It's about his dad, who's a scientist. You know, it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Lobo was on that show, and rumors were before the show got canceled, they were going to make a spin-off for Lobo because the character was so well received. He's a very fun and very popular character. He's getting a new resurgence in popularity. He has a new #1 coming out in probably, I think, a month or so, if not sooner. But before we even like talk about it, I believe this show was the introduction for you guys to Lobo, because he came up during our episode where we talked about the Marvel vs. DC comic series that ran in the 90s.
I had heard of Lobo because I think a number of years ago there was a rumor, or maybe it wasn't a rumor, that The Rock was going to play Lobo in some sort of film production, and that never got off the ground. I don't know if that was a rumor or what, he was cast, but the film didn't get made. But I remember being like, "Who the fuck is Lobo?" And I'm like, then you look him up and you're like, "Yeah, I guess The Rock could play that guy," you know. But like, other than that, I don't know a whole lot about him.
Yeah, same. I was aware of the name and sort of what he looked like, but I've never actually read him in any of the DC comics that I've read.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, much like we've done for the previous episodes, where we have killed a character, I'm here to introduce the character to you and explain to you, as well as the audience listening, why this might not be such an easy feat to accomplish. So, real quick, Lobo is the last of the Zarnians, known and feared across the universe as a bounty hunter who never misses his mark. He's super strong, immortal, and unstoppable. The main man, as he is often referred to, usually by himself, has frequently clashed with Superman, although on occasion they have found themselves on the same side. Pre-Crisis, Lobo was a member of the Volorpian race. Volorpians were difficult to kill because they possessed the ability to replicate themselves from any injury short of complete vaporization. This led to overpopulation and a legacy of greed. The Zions eventually gave the Volorpians a poison that would lead to their downfall, with Lobo being the only survivor. Post-Crisis, Lobo was born on the peaceful planet of Zarnia. By some accounts, he tore out of his mother's womb by himself. By others, his mother told him to find out what he did best before he killed her. Other accounts claim his parents became hermits due to the evil that they had unleashed. There are many theories as to why Lobo inflicted violence, which was unheard of on Zarnia at the time. They were very peaceful people. Though the exact cause was never determined, it was concluded that Lobo was just plain bad. At the age of 2, Lobo requested a song to be played continuously on the station Cosmic Rock Zombie. It was called, quote, "I Killed My Folks, No Accident," which Wolfman Wilf played nonstop out of fear for his life. Lobo had become fed up with
Did he write that song?
Seemingly. Lobo had become fed up with being like others and set out to establish his own identity, which meant a wardrobe change. By the age of 16, he had killed half of the planet's population. By age 17, he had engineered a plague that caused irreversible neural damage and excruciating pain for days before the victim died. Having made himself immune, he murdered 5 billion Zarnians while he played death metal. Only one Zarnian survived the plague, his 4th grade teacher. Having no plans to rule a dead planet, Lobo set out to find employment to feed his space dolphins. After several failed jobs, he became a bounty hunter. One of his contracts... Yeah.
Space dolphins?
Exactly what it sounds like. Lobo has a flock. I imagine that's... I don't know what you would call a gathering of space dolphins. A herd?
I would imagine
I believe it's a pod.
A pod.
Oh, it will be a pod, yeah.
So he has a pod of space dolphins. Exactly what it sounds like. They're dolphins that fly through space. He takes care of them. He loves them. So,
No more questions.
Lobo was a recurring character in the Omega Men and was created by Keith Giffen and Roger Slipher. We talked about Keith Giffen previously, Dylan, where we talked about all of his bizarre creations and what have you. But he was created, according to Giffen, as satire for the violent anti-heroes like Wolverine and the Punisher. Everything about him is outlandish and excessive, from his origin to his powers, even his very language. He was retconned by Alan Grant and Simon Bisley in 1990, and his popularity soared. Stan Lee has said in interviews that Lobo is his favorite DC Comics character. So,
he wouldn't lie.
As a bounty hunter, Lobo will take up any contract if the money's right, whether it be his fourth grade teacher, Santa Claus, or God. Lobo will get the job done. He has been barred from heaven and hell, making him immortal by default. His speech is peppered with family friendly profanity such as frag and bastich. He is not at all bad, though, because he always stays true to his word, and he is a conservationist of the space dolphin race. In his travels around the universe, Lobo has frequently found himself either on Earth or encountering its heroes. Lobo is rarely diplomatic, and those encounters often become incredibly violent. Lobo's first trip to Earth saw him clash with Superman. As both of them are immensely powerful and unable to decisively beat the other, Superman usually has to find a way to appease Lobo before the damage and the death toll gets to be too severe. Due to his inability to beat Superman, Lobo will often challenge him in an effort to finally prove that he is the better man. So, let's talk about powers. Actually, before we talk about powers, let's talk about Lobo's names. Because his name is Lobo. That's his real birth name.
Mm-hmm.
That's also his super name.
Cool.
But these are also his nicknames. The Main Man, the Scourge of the Cosmos, the Last Zarnian, the Destroyer, the Master Fragger, the Bow, the Wolf, Master Frag, Mr. Machete, Pope Bow, he who devours your entrails and thoroughly enjoys it, Archbishop Lobo, Lobo the Last Zarnian, the Ultimate Bastich, Slow, the Whip, and Lil Lobo.
Slow.
He has appeared in 1,226 issues at this time.
Wow.
And these are his abilities. Right. He's adaptive. He has high agility. Mm-hmm. He can astrally project his consciousness. He has berserker strength. He has blast powers. He is a master of the dark force and manipulating it. A master of dimensional hopping and manipulating those. Duplication, energy absorption, energy enhanced striking, enhanced mutation gadgets, genetic manipulation, healing. He's immortal. He's insanely rich. He has a high intellect, even though it doesn't seem like he does. He is invulnerable. He is long-living. He's a marksman. He's an omnilingual. He is capable of phasing through objects. He has high stamina. He's very stealthy. He has super smell, super speed, super strength, enhanced tracking abilities, and he is an unarmed combat weapon master.
I think this might be kind of difficult for us if you've repeatedly said that he is immortal.
Yeah.
Like, is this possible?
Well, let's hear about some of Lobo's feats.
Okay.
Here we go. Lord Manga hired Lobo to kill the Justice League International team of Martian Manhunter, Big Barda, Rocket Red, and Nort, who were following Lord Manga and the Cluster to get back the kidnapped Mr. Miracle. Lobo's payment is a 10-year supply of dolphin mix, which was perfect for his space dolphins. When Lobo catches up to the Justice League, he destroys Rocket Red's suit and nearly kills Martian Manhunter. When Big Barda uses her power rod to teleport Lobo to Earth, where he falls on top of Guy Gardner, which started a fight with the recently back-to-old self, Guy Gardner. After a brief fight that is finally broken up by Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, Lobo learns that the rest of the Justice League will return, and so he makes up a lie that Big Barda sent him to wait for them. That is how Lobo got teleported with the rest of the team to Apocalypse, where Big Barda boom-tubed the team to help rescue Mr. Miracle. While on Apocalypse, he tried to fulfill his contract, both stopped by Lord Manga, who made a deal with Darkseid that called off the contract. Lobo was fully paid, but still angry that he didn't actually get to kill anyone. So he is very manipulative.
Okay.
In the aftermath of the Sins of Youth event, where Clarion the Witch Boy turned several adult superheroes into children, Lobo became trapped in the body of a teenager. He tried to force Clarion to return him back to his natural age, but found that he was now somehow immune to Clarion's magic. Accepting his new status as the, quote, top team, he joined himself with the Young Justice team of teenage superheroes and went on multiple adventures with them. During his tenure as a member, he started to develop feelings for a teammate and even took her on a little date. Isn't that lovely? During our Worlds at War, while Young Justice has been sent out on a mission to Apocalypse, Lobo was slaughtered by an army of parademons and seemingly killed by the Black Racer. As his body lay lifeless on the ground, an army of clones regenerated from the drops of his blood, rapidly reaching adult size and savagely fighting each other until only one remained as the new main man. Now returned to his former adult appearance, Lobo went on to continuing to live his life as if his time with Young Justice had just never happened. Future encounters with his former teammates seem to indicate that he has no memory of his time with them. Lobo's blood also produced Slobo, a clone whose growth was stunted, leaving him a scrawny teenager. While the full-size Lobos fought each other to the death, Slobo hid in Young Justice's ship and eventually returned to Earth with them to take Lobo's spot on the team. On the event 52, Lobo took a vow of non-violence from the Great Fishy One, as seen in the series, and had taken a quest to find the Great Emerald Eye. Upon completion of the quest, Lobo discovers that the eye is the only weapon capable of destroying the Great Fishy One, and is seen using it, supposedly, to free himself of said vow. Recently, it was revealed that Lobo had been trapped in Hell for quite some time, his sins and guilt being used to power an entire region of Hell. Supposedly, the Lobo seen before is actually a clone of the real Lobo created by Neron and set loose upon the universe. In a fight between Etrigan and Blue Devil, Lobo is released and produces to slaughter his way through Hell looking for Neron and the person who imprisoned him. His onslaught is stopped by Zatanna, who, after realizing she cannot stop him without killing him, simply freezing him and departs. Lobo later appears after the events of Blackest Night. Atrocitus hires Lobo to eradicate Hal Jordan, Carol Ferris, and Sinestro. However, he fails at his mission. As he departs from Earth, he manages to obtain a Red Lantern ring. It is revealed that Lobo did not fail his mission, it only appeared to. Lobo was hired by Atrocitus to put on a show and make Atrocitus look good towards the Green Lanterns. Hal Jordan even stated himself that Lobo usually puts up more of a fight, and it was then revealed that Lobo was only there for the sake of giving Atrocitus a favor from the Green Lanterns. Due to the fact that the space church that Lobo oversaw was spending more money than it was taking in, Lobo needed to work for Vril Drox, who is a son of Brainiac, as a personal enforcer. While under Dox's employment, Lobo fought Alton Admis, the Green Lantern of Sector 2828, to a standstill. He was later tricked into thinking that there was another Zarnian still alive, but it turned out to be Astrild Stormdaughter, using a combination of pheromones and her powers to confuse Lobo, and for this trick, Lobo killed her. After tracking Astrid to the Scion homeworld, he would go toe-to-toe with Smite, her only true friend. The fight would only pause because Lobo was winning and wanted to get drunk instead of fighting. Hours later, Lobo and Smite are found at a bar sharing beer and war stories, and he explains to Smite he shouldn't be all that mad at Lobo, he should be mad at Starro, the person who sent Astrid over to attack him. Lobo is last seen with Smite, about to attack a helpless Starro instead. Some other really fun things that happened, and I'll kind of skim through this because there's a lot of these. At one point, Lobo is eviscerated into just a puddle of blood, and he just emerges from the puddle of blood in a completely new body. So
Love that band.
He has that Wolverine ability of, like, as long as there's, like, an atom of him left, he's going to come back. And very quickly at that.
Okay.
It's not a slow process. It's pretty fucking quick. In the New 52, they debuted a new, hip, sleek Lobo, who had, like, a lot of people called him Emo Lobo, because he was, like, very thin and lean, short hair, very clean appearance, who was supposed to be, like, the New 52 take on, like, Lobo is too much of a cartoon of the 90s, so let's introduce a new serious take on Lobo. And that Lobo was not popular, and eventually was killed when Lobo proper came back and cut his head off. So, yeah. Let's go here. Oh, okay, here we are. It is said that only Zarnians can truly kill other Zarnians, though this does not matter to Lobo either way, as he cannot die by any means currently. Furthermore, he has been banned from entering both heaven and hell, and Lobo can survive unaided in the vacuum of space. He drives a space motorcycle that is completely uncovered. He doesn't seem to need air to breathe. As a result of his being banned from the afterlife and ability to leave his body if it's too damaged until his healing factor restores it to a functioning condition, or he simply chooses to reanimate his corpse. While outside of his body, he loses his ability to directly physically affect living beings, but is able to affect other ghosts physically in the same way that he would normally fight a being with a physical body. Lobo possesses super strength that enables him to lift over 100 tons, which has allowed him to hold his own against the likes of Superman, Captain Marvel, Martian Manhunter, and Green Lantern, amongst others. He has superhuman durability and a healing factor that allows him to heal even from the most serious of injuries relatively quickly. Despite his size, Lobo is surprisingly quick. He's able to survive the rigors of space without food or air, although he needs booze regularly. Not for survival, just because he enjoys it. Lobo has an unbelievably good sense of smell that allows him to track anyone he's met within a few solar systems. He can also smoke cigars in airless space because he needs his cigars. No other reason than that. He can create copies of himself from a single drop of blood, though Vril-Drox of Legion was able to turn off that power. His weapon of choice is a chain and a hook, the durability of which has yet to be determined. He also utilizes an arsenal of deadly weaponry, usually guns and explosives that are ridiculously big and ridiculously loud. Also, he has at times shown to have the ability to commonly refer to as the bottomless satchel. This means he can pull guns, explosives, ammo out of nowhere or out of something that is smaller than the item itself, like pulling a cannon out of a backpack. Though the new 52 incarnation of Lobo never displayed any of these abilities beyond regeneration, his preferred mode of transport is the Spaz Frag 666, a flying motorcycle. Due to his
Say that one again.
Spaz Frag 666, that is his motorcycle.
That's unfortunate.
Yeesh.
Due to his omniphysical nature of existing throughout multi-dimensional realities while not totally situating within any singular totality, the collective theorized that this is a source of Lobo's unquantifiable and wildly random power set, which fluctuates from simply congenial to nigh infinite in proportion and capacity, enabling him to use and adapt multiple new powers within every conceivable showing of his publishing. These mysterious scholars, having once garnered a unique dark energy which he contains within himself to eradicate two warlike alien species in a parallel timeline, causing a controlled mass genocide of billions in an instant. So yeah, there you go. There's Lobo. So, thoughts?
Again, I would say the immortality, the nigh invincible powers. It's not smooth sailing.
No.
For me and John to try and kill such a character of high regard, you know. You really, really drilled it into us that like whatever ideas we're about to do have to be like beyond god level to be able to kill this guy. And I think before I even say what mine are, we all know that that mine are not going to fulfill that criteria. So this might not end well for me. In terms of being able to kill Lobo, I feel like if we can kill him at all, that's a victory. So, you know,
John,
we'll see how that goes. I have more faith in John's thing. I'm going to be honest with you.
John,
I mean, I feel quite confident in myself. I feel like I've come up with a pretty good plan, which covers a lot of bases. So,
Good.
So what did you learn about Lobo today that you did not previously know?
He's immortal. I thought he was like, you know, like tough to kill, but like immortal is gonna be different. I feel like it's tough to do an episode where we kill somebody if part of their power set is cannot be killed.
Yeah, that seems really challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Any interesting tidbits that you learned from all of that, John?
I mean,
Space dolphin.
Not really. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, the space dolphins was very unexpected. But like, because of the preparation I was doing for this, I kind of knew some of the bigger powers and stuff, and bullshit excuses for how he can't die and whatnot. So, yeah.
Lobo literally has plot armor. I mean, that's when he comes down to it.
Oh god, yeah.
I mean, he was created by Keith Giffen, who kind of created one of the first fourth wall breaking characters, Ambush Bug. So I mean, he was Deadpool before Deadpool, for all intents and purposes. And you know, a character like that can only be harmed when the writer decides they need to be harmed.
Yeah.
But yes, I do say that the thing about Lobo having multiple, the reason that an army of Lobos will never be possible is because he can't stand being like anyone else. So an army of clones of him just piss him off. And that's why they all fought to the death after his body reconstituted itself multiple times. That being said, uh, I know
Yeah.
that John, you have one big elaborate plan. Dylan, you have the more of a shotgun approach with several smaller plans. Do you have a preference as to who goes
Yeah.
first?
I feel like I should probably get my shit out of the way first, shouldn't I?
It's fine by me.
We usually do it like that, don't I? Just like
I
fire off
believe
my
so.
fucking dumb stuff and then
Yeah.
Don't
epic
talk dumb
story.
about it. Jeez.
You haven't heard him.
Have some faith in yourself.
You haven't heard him. Remember what you just said in about 20 minutes, and then go, well, it turns out you were correct.
Yeah.
All right.
They are indeed horseshit.
All right, Dylan.
You
How do you
know?
plan on killing Lobo, the main man?
Okay, first of all, I thought we'll keep it simple. First one we do, keep it simple, keep it a theme, keep keep some trends going. It's gonna be syphilis or bees, right?
Now, are the
Yeah.
bees giving him syphilis, or are these? I mean, syphilitic bees are that's pretty hardcore.
Nobody has a cure for that yet.
No.
So
Well, because if a bee stings you, that it dies. Traditionally, right?
yeah.
So like these bees are all stinging you and then dying, so you can't really test them afterwards, and like try to solve the problem at the core level. It's uncurable.
Exactly, it's incurable. So he's gonna have this like bee syphilis. Oh, which is, if you look at the different rankings of syphilis, one of the worst kinds to have.
I mean, I will
I
tell
think we
you
can all
this.
agree.
I will tell you this. Lobo has a healing factor. We've discussed it. It's kind of like why Wolverine can drink and smoke and it doesn't really bother him. It's kind of the same
Yeah,
deal. And Lobo looks like the kind of guy that's had way worse stuff than bee syphilis. That man's dirty.
I disagree.
That man's
I told
dirty.
you that bee syphilis, one of the worst kinds of syphilis. I imagine he's had regular syphilis, sure, but then I was also thinking of that, right? Because he's an alien.
Yeah, he's had space
He's had
syphilis.
he's had correct. So he's never had Earth syphilis. So that might be like crazy bad for him.
Oh, the War of the Worlds
Because
ending.
it's not like the same. He's not used to it. It's like
So,
it's
so kind of
something
like how
totally like his body is used to it.
so kind of like how Superman is weak to magic because he's not from Earth, where the magic is generated from. Lobo is weak to Earth syphilis because he's not naturally of Earth.
He's never had syphilis from Earth before.
Mm,
First, he's had
makes
syphilis
sense.
from fucking Mars or whatever. He's from other dimensions because he does it all the time. But whenever he's on Earth, he's just beating up Superman. He's not fucking anybody, as far as I know.
As far as we know.
So he, or maybe when he does, he's like safe with it. I don't know. That's up to him. Doesn't seem like the guy, but you don't know. So I reckon he might just like be so unfamiliar with like Earth, diseases or climate and stuff like that that our kind of syphilis turns out that it's incredibly deadly to whatever planet he's from. You know. And then if you add the bees into it as well, you're like, well, now you're adding an extra layer of I have syphilis and I've been stung a shit ton of times. I don't. This is not good for me. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So we go to. I know we go down the syphilis and or bees gimmick a lot, but it's worth giving it a shot.
Let's combine them.
You have to try.
You got your bees and
You
my
have to
syphilis.
try.
I got your syphilis and your bees.
Exactly. So that's one of them. That's how do we feel about bee syphilis or just syphilis and also the threat of bees?
Also, the threat of bees.
Yeah.
I mean, again, healing factor is going to make that almost negated immediately.
Right, but again, like what he's not if it's something his body's not used to, what if it overtakes the healing factor?
I mean, his entire body's been eviscerated. So, like,
Right.
when we know about what syphilis does to the human body, never once has it been written down in the medical journals that it shuts off your healing factor.
To the human body.
Yes. So we also don't know that
That's
it
my
doesn't
point.
do that to a Zarnian.
Exactly. We don't know if it does or doesn't, So it's a possibility.
So this is if this is MythBusters, this is the one that's going to say plausible.
Yes. Don't you think?
All right, let me get the cast iron slab of metal that says plausible. Just drop it down on the ground.
You can't say that that's not true.
It's the Schrodinger's cat of death.
It's Schrodinger's syphilis.
You don't know until it happens.
You don't know until the pus comes out of your penis.
He's both alive and dead at the same time. Because we can't confirm.
Okay.
I didn't think that I'd be able to bullshit that one to a strong start, but there you go.
That's a strong start. That's a strong start. All right.
Nah, it's not gonna be all done from here. Let's see. Okay, I have another one. You just send him to Australia, because in Australia everything's trying to kill you. So, he might just get bitten by a spider. This is similar to the bees, I guess, but everything in Australia is trying to kill you. So I
mean, he might enjoy that though. That constant threat of violence. You might enjoy that.
Okay. So
what we also know about the Australians are that I actually just saw a video today of a man who is parachuting, and as he landed, a kangaroo came out of the bush and attacked him immediately. And he had such a dejected fucking kangaroos after he's able to get the thing to leave him alone. So it is a place where apparently you can just get mugged by a kangaroo.
Yeah. Or bitten by mosquitoes, or eaten by sharks or jellyfish.
Giant
spiders. The
Thanks.
most deadly of all, the koala.
The kookaburra. Which koalas also have sexually transmitted diseases.
Syphilis.
Yeah,
all
there you
comes
go.
together.
Koala syphilis. Not as bad as bee syphilis.
1.B. Plan 1.B. Koala syphilis.
Bee syphilis definitely top of the list in terms of deadliness,
Okay.
So glad we're learning a lot about syphilis in this one.
We are. This is educational.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the bees and koalas gonna have to fuck Lobo to give him the syphilis, though?
Yes.
The bees are gonna be the challenge.
Okay,
on that one.
just making sure.
Listen, if you put your mind to it, you can fuck anything.
There's the intro.
That one.
There's the intro. Yeah, that'll be the YouTube short on this episode. Sorry about your dating life.
Yeah, you can do it. I'll figure it out. There's gotta be a way to fuck it.
All right, what's plan C?
Okay, so have him know a lot of very important incriminating evidence that would implicate Donald Trump specifically, and in the Epstein files, because people have a habit of going missing.
Or schools,
I'm just saying,
or schools in another country getting bombed.
Exactly, put him in a school in Iran.
Christ.
Or Palestine. That one's only going to make sense.
It's only going to make sense. The next atrocity will have occurred, and we will have already forgotten about it.
Yeah, we'll already moved on. Bee syphilis will have taken over the earth. And I'm like, you think we're late on this, but we actually recorded this months ago, so we're on top of this. We knew about this fucking ages ago. But that's just a possibility. You know what I mean? People have a habit of going missing just to stop rich people from discovering all the syphilis that they have.
Yeah.
So that's there. Okay. I'm annoyed you talked about space dolphins, because one of mine was because he's from space, he's probably never encountered a shark. So shark attack. But if there are space dolphins, one would assume there are space sharks.
You have to assume.
Yeah, so that one might not be good. Or maybe just cross that one out.
Yeah, he might not be a fan of space sharks because of the threat they might pose to the space dolphins. He's very concerned about the well-being of the space dolphins.
How many of these, by the way, how many of these can I cross off? I feel like syphilis and bees, that worked out okay. I can give that a tick. I can give that a maybe, can I?
I'll give you plausible. I'm gonna say Australia. That sounds more like a vacation for him, to go to a place where things are constantly trying to kill him. The Lobo files. there is no bottom to the depravity that the current administration will sink to in order to keep pedophiles from facing their consequences. So I feel like that one's pretty fucking plausible as well.
I'll give that a tick. Space sharks immediately.
No,
That's
I
not
don't
going to
think.
work.
Yeah, I think the space sharks won't be an issue for him.
This one's kind of similar to the Donald Trump one.
Okay.
Is to just tax him so much that he gets depressed and kills himself.
He is a very wealthy person. He might not enjoy. Yeah, the notion of paying taxes are going to be completely foreign to him in that regard.
Yeah, they just tax the dick out of him, and he's like, "My money's going to schools. I can't live in a world like this."
No,
he kills himself.
Like, my money is going to a needless war to protect people.
He would like that, though. He would love that.
If he was the one, like, boots on the ground, fucking people up, yeah, he would be. Like, that would be like, wow, okay, cool. Like, I also don't get to have any of the fun of, like, killing people.
Yeah, but if he's, I feel like if there was a needless war going on, at least he'd be like, well, my money's going to a good cause here. You know?
Again, it's more about, like, he wants to be the person doing it.
Okay. Well, what do you think about that one? Maybe.
I think. I mean, he definitely. The money thing is a concern. It's why he does what he does. He does it to feed the space dolphins. If he doesn't have money to feed the space dolphins because he's getting taxed too high, or the space dolphin food is getting tariffed, and like the businesses are passing the cost off to the customers, so that inevitably, when this fictional president decides that he's going to give the businesses their money back. Yeah, he's going to give the businesses their money back for the tariffs, even though the businesses didn't lose any fucking money. They actually made a ton of money because they increased the price so heavily that it completely negated the tariff. Then, yeah, passing the cost all to the customer base. And yeah, sure, I could definitely see him having a problem with tariffs and taxes for his space dolphin.
Okay. This is going much better than I thought it would. Gotta be honest with you.
I don't know if he can kill himself. I mean, the problem, again, is like, he's unkillable. Even if he succeeds, he can't go to heaven or hell. So it's why he goes back to his body. Matter. He has nowhere else to go.
There's Limbo. He can go places.
Limbo does exist in the DC universe. That's where Zoriel is terrified of in Grant Morrison's Justice League. There's loads of
places to go whenever you're dead. There's Limbo. There's Vermont.
Yeah. It's very lovely there, though.
I haven't been. I just picked a fucking American name out of my ass.
There are worse places to pick. I'll tell you that. Vermont seems very lovely.
But he would hate it because it's too lovely.
It's too lovely. Like everybody.
So it's basically hell. He doesn't like that. So it's kind of like hell. So
he likes death metal. He doesn't like fish. He doesn't like jam bands.
Well, you can like both.
He doesn't.
He's a fool.
Yeah, well, he is.
This one, I've seemed to have gone on the big theme. I don't know if it's just on my head. It's just in my mind.
Something in the news lately.
This is something that's really grinding on me about a certain group of people.
Put him in a school.
But I was like, why don't you put him
in Iran?
Well, put him in a submarine with a bunch of billionaires.
Oh, okay. He'd come back from that, though.
He swim?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't need air. He's able to go in space without air.
Right. But he needs to be able to move through the water.
Yeah, he'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can he survive the pressure of being underwater?
I mean, if he can survive getting atomized and then reconstituting his body, he'll just do that a bunch. As he's like just trudging along every 5 seconds, and then he comes back and he's like a couple more feet, and then he's back.
But that would certainly like take him out of action for a long time.
It'd keep him busy. He'd be very occupied.
Yeah. So if you think about it like that, you're like, hey, can you like get rid of this guy for a bit?
Are we redefining killing to just being like inconvenienced?
I think because of how unkillable this guy is, we need to find parameters and work around. If you're saying to me, kill this guy that can't die, I'm like, well, then the answer is I can't. That's the end of the episode.
I'm going to frame this. The very last fucking episode, I said, hey, These are supposedly the deadliest people in both these universes. Who do you want to kill? It was decided by a group we were going to Lobo. There is no Corey asked me to kill this guy. This was a communal decision.
I didn't want to kill Lobo.
What?
What?
I didn't want to kill Lobo.
Dylan? It's all on you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think that I've conclusively proven that putting him on the wall. Like after a while, he just be like, I'm bored of this. I can't keep coming back and like dying under pressure again. I'll just die for real. It'll just be done. It takes too long. I mean, it's got legs.
Let's move forward.
You don't like that one?
Didn't care for that one too much.
I'll cross out.
Your argument was passionate, but it's still fruitless, unfortunately.
That's me. Passionate but fruitless.
Passionate but fruitless.
Get that one too.
That one.
But just encase his head in cement.
Again, he doesn't need air to breathe. He'll be fine.
He can't see where he's going.
He'll be really annoyed he couldn't smoke a cigar though,
Bingo.
or drink.
What kind of an existence would that be? It's as if he really was dead.
Again,
May as well be.
Again, we're settling for inconvenience.
I think if you can't smoke your cigar or eat or drink or see where you're going or do anything,
those are your favorite things to do.
Correct.
I love smoking cigars and drinking and seeing and eating and other things.
I don't want to talk about this too much, but I love being able to see where I'm going. I think in terms of my life, that's like super up there in terms of just great things. Ironically, so being able to see is a big plus. But also, it would weigh your head down. Your neck would go weird because your head's in cement.
He can
the
lift
rest of your
100
body.
tons. I think he's okay.
He's
He's doing those like New Japan neck bridges that people keep saying like, oh, you got to do that to show how fit you are, and other people are like, that's actually terrible for your neck.
Right. So he shouldn't do them because it'll fuck his neck up whenever he puts this mad thing on his head.
You're so quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think about that one?
I don't like that one.
Ah, damn. Okay. Okay. Anthrax, but like a really good Anthrax. Like a really
like the band?
The best we got. The fucking crazy shit. Yeah.
The band?
No. Well, no, because he likes that.
Yeah.
He likes heavy metal. No good.
No
I wouldn't
good.
kill him. But like the drug,
Nah,
I kill loads of people.
I don't think it'd do the trick for him.
But you don't know.
I mean, he created his own plague that killed like half of his population on his home planet.
But not the other half. So it's not that good.
No, he
But
killed the other half
Anthrax-
with his bare fucking hands by the sound of it.
Right, because the drug didn't work, but this one will
that was
because it's the
after.
good.
The drug was after. He made up the drug because it was taking too long.
That's what I'm saying. He's so impatient that when he's underwater, coming back to life and shit, he wouldn't even bother with it.
We're not talking about that one right now.
That one I think is I think that's working out okay. You didn't like it, but I think that it's still working out okay.
How many more you got?
You don't like Anthrax?
No, I didn't care for the anthrax.
Okay. All right. So we trap him inside the earth, like in the molten core of the earth, and he's just trapped in there forever. In the like the lava, what do you call it? The core.
Mm-hmm.
He's just in there forever.
I mean, he did spend a lot of time trapped in hell, so I think he's acquainted with that.
But this isn't hell though. This is like molten lava all the time.
Yeah, and I think he'll be fine.
How are you getting him in there as well?
That's easy, but how is he gonna get out? That's harder because he'll just keep be melting and shit. He won't be able to like reconstitute himself because as soon as he does, he just melts again.
Yeah, and you're inconveniencing him. You're not killing him.
But he's like he'll be in the core forever.
Yeah, but he'll be inching along. He'll be making progress.
Again, that takes so long that like
it's
by the time.
Inconvenienced.
Do you know how big the Earth's core is? It's really big. Like the time it takes him to get from the middle to like a quarter of the way there, it would be fucking thousands of years. People will walk around going, "Have you seen Lobo in a while? I haven't seen him. He's been missing." It's like he's dead.
Again, we are redefining the parameters of the question.
No, I think I am doing the best I can with the material I've been given, frankly. I think I either get the underwater one or I get the lava one.
I'm more keen to give you the lava one than the underwater one, just because he doesn't need air to breathe. So I think the underwater one is less of an inconvenience.
I'll take it. That's good. I think they're both they're kind of a similar arguments, so like one of them has to work, you know.
One's hot and one's wet. That's how I describe you guys to other people. They're like, hey, what are your co-hosts like? Well, one's hot and one's wet.
Which one's which?
If you have to ask a question, you know you're not the wet one. John.
Oh. I'm not the wet one? I thought if I asked, I would be the wet one. Okay.
No, I think you know if you were wet all the time.
I would know if I was wet all the time.
Yeah.
I would hope I would.
Hope you would.
Is that why
John you gotta ask? It's not you, dog.
So we can't see John just like dripping wet all the time.
Yeah.
Well, some you have to pay extra for that. That's on the OnlyFans.
That's on the Patreon page.
That's on the Patreon.
Well, yeah, we OnlyFans.
Yeah, the Smart Guys OnlyFans. It's just pictures of John. That's why.
Ironically,
that's why we have the webcam off. We can't give it away for free.
Ironically, it's wet and hot.
There you go.
I don't know if any of that's
what they call him. That's the T-shirt. John, wet and hot.
What was your shirt?
So I have one more. And I like this one. This was my favorite one. But I also have an unfortunate feeling that the way this has gone, you're all gonna hate this one.
Okay.
But it was my favorite one, right? Because a lot of these have been quite like just regular ways to kill somebody. You know, bees and syphilis and shit, cement, drowning. I go to these wells a lot. It's not specific to this guy. But I did learn something about Lobo, which is that whenever he has a contract, he has to fulfill it to the end. He's very loyal to his contract. He has to fulfill a contract no matter what the contract is. So I would contract him to kill himself.
I heard
That's
a whimper.
a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I heard a whimper over there. It sounds like that was a good idea.
Because then that way, I don't have to do it. All this shit's not working.
He would.
I sent him to Australia.
And honest to God, if you did manipulate him into signing said contract, he'd do it. He's the kind of guy.
Fulfill the contract.
He'd curse you out while he did it, but he'd do it.
As long as I pay up, he will fulfill the contract. And I'm happy to pay it if he means he does all the dirty work himself.
Dylan,
so
that is genuinely a very smart idea. Good job on that one. Fucking brilliant.
Thank you. That was
Best for last.
That was the first one I wrote down. I'm like, fuck, I gotta pad this out somehow.
Hit him with a car.
Australia? That's why some of them very similar, because I'm like, whatever. But that was the one. Like, I was like, there's one that's really good and a lot that aren't. And that was the good one. I thought I was very happy with that. So that one gets a tick.
That's a big tick.
I'm gonna give that 2 ticks because it was really good.
That tick is so big, it's probably got Lyme disease.
That one, the syphilis or the bees, the evidence against Donald Trump, the Earth's core. I don't know, you didn't like that one, but we'll give it a maybe.
We'll give it a maybe.
Hacked him so much that he killed himself. I did all right.
You did okay.
So that's how I would kill Lobo.
All right. John, after hearing all of that, how are you feeling about your plan?
I'm feeling pretty confident still. Like, I am kicking myself for not doing the taking out a contract on himself idea, though.
It's a great idea.
Wow.
God damn it.
I was G1.
Mine's a lot more convoluted than that.
It's okay.
Well, it
It's what we come
normally
to
is.
expect. Yeah, we expect this.
Well, okay.
Floor is yours.
I'll get going then.
Okay.
So I figured there's like lots of bases we need to cover here, like I said earlier. So I've come up with sort of a three-pronged attack to try and counter some of Lobo's abilities, which make him so difficult to kill, and also sort of just embracing the kind of the bullshit nature of comics where you can do anything as well.
Mhm.
So, first up, as you may recall, when I killed, I think the Flash, or maybe it was Aquaman, I married Lex Luthor.
Mhm.
So I have access to all of his riches and inventions, and
This is canon.
I was
These
about
are
to say,
all
is this part of the same canon now?
I would say so.
Okay.
part of the
Treating it that
Donverse.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it also gives me access to him as well and his genius intellect, and him being one of the smartest people in the DC universe,
Can I interrupt for a
basically a
second?
jack of all trades. Oh,
Did
go on
you
then.
did you kill Lex Luthor at the end of your agreement, or did you divorce? Or are you just happily married to Lex
No,
Luthor this whole time?
I assume we're still happily married this whole time. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I thought the way I recalled it was that you killed Lex Luthor at the end of it, but that means that between the marriage and the death, there would be a period where you guys are happily married, and so I assume chronologically this is when this takes place.
Yeah.
The Flash is
So
I
still
don't remember killing him.
Aquaman is still
I thought you killed,
alive. I thought you killed him. Yeah.
killed him.
Oh, I'll have to go back and listen to that.
We
I
should
can't
all go back
remember.
and listen to it. It's
That
a
would
great
be a
episode.
great. It's an
It
amazing
is a great
episode.
episode.
Link in the description. It's in the playlist.
So just go watch them all.
Anyway, yeah, so he's obviously like a great scientist who is a master of all different types of science, because why not? But we will be using his scientific know-how about, genetics in this. And, you know, to cover all of our bases again, we'll bring in some other sort of geneticists from the DC universe. And I have like Serling Roquette of Project Cadmus, the Ultra Humanite, who I was gonna bring in this team as well. And since you brought him up, Corey, I'm gonna add Vril Dox to that list as well. So we've got all these like people who like good at science and stuff, and then their task is to make something from Lobo's DNA to kind of counter his Zarnian physiology, since that's what's making him so hard to kill in the first place. Like ideally, you'd want like some of his blood, but since that's gonna like create Lobo clones trying to get it, I figure we'd go for something different, like a strand of hair. So I figured maybe we could hire some like low-level jobber, like the Condiment Man or something, to kind of distract him by attacking Lobo, and then whilst Lobo's killing him,
Brutally, just ripping them apart. Everybody watch,
man,
just
blood
going.
and guts everywhere.
Can't separate the ketchup from the blood.
Whilst he's busy doing that, we'd have some teleporter. And I was looking at teleporters in DC, and it turns out Egg Foo is a teleporter, so we'll say him.
No.
He's gonna teleport in and just snip off a strand or a few like locks of
His
Lobo's hair,
mouse-sized egg
take it back to the
teleports
scientist.
behind him stealthily.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
distracted by the Condiment King, and he's like, "Not now, crazy racist
Not now,
egg."
giant racist egg.
Yeah,
You'll get your
I'm
turn.
busy. Yeah, I'll kill you in a second. All right.
Yeah. But then he teleports out straight away again, so Lobo can't kill him.
Mhm.
And then he takes the hair back, and then the scientists do their thing and manage to create a weapon from the DNA in the hair, which is going to disable Lobo's healing factor and stop his blood from being able to regenerate into a new body as well. Some kind of like anti-healing factor or whatever. And then basically turn that into a weapon. So
What would you call the
machine
weapon?
gun, like cover the bullets or something. Yeah, I don't know, the Lobo death gun, whatever.
Deloborizer.
There you go, that'll do.
Deloborizer.
Delobo some.
So now we've got our way to kill him. But the trouble is, if that weapon does work, as we've established, he still can't go to heaven and hell, right?
Yeah.
So that's where part 2 of my plan comes in, where we're gonna basically go to Poison Ivy, steal some of her pheromones, and then use them to make John Constantine fall in love with me. So I can then convince Constantine that he really wants to go to hell, take out Lucifer Morningstar, or who I believe is like the
First of
primary
the fallen,
ruler of
I believe.
hell. Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. And then so once Constantine has like taken him out, and as we established during our tournament, he's obviously the best magic user in the DC universe. Then he can just essentially rip up the contract or deed or whatever the fuck it was that forbids Lobo from going to the afterlife. So that is no longer an issue anymore.
Very good.
So the question
Very
I have
good.
about the issue is more of like, are you and Lex Luthor swingers, or do you just have like an open relationship? Like, what's the home life there?
Look,
Like, they seem
I
to
don't
get
want to.
upset that you're seeing John Constantine behind his back.
Real quick, I just want to say, would anybody be surprised if A, Lex Luthor, or B, John Constantine were swingers? I think
Constantine,
we can
absolutely. My question is about the strength of John and Lex Luthor's marriage at this point.
I'm saying there's a lot of weird billionaires out there that get up to a lot of weird shit behind closed doors, apparently. So I feel
Being
like this is not
polyamorous
a stretch.
is the least of accusations Lex Luthor has to be worried about
Correct.
these days.
He had a lot of babies. I think this is not a stretch. So
there you go. That's what I would say as well. Like, I think Lex is happy doing his thing. I'm happy doing my thing. And then when we get together, it's all good.
oh, that's nice. That's positive.
Yeah. I don't know why that got me. That got me good. All right, continue.
Okay. But so there you go. We've got a weapon to take him out. We've got the whole ban from the afterlife thing undone. But just as a backup plan is this third prong of my attack.
Fuck Mario Lobo as well.
So like
John's running a fucking polycule in the DC universe.
Wait, it's hot and wet.
Yeah, there you go. Who can resist my hot and wet charms?
All right, there you go. Continue.
So, just in case the whole afterlife thing doesn't pan out the way I planned, there's obviously a precedent for Lobo. Like when he's been killed previously, his spirit is still like floating around and stuff. And I read there was an instance where he his spirit basically possessed a snail and then used that to regenerate a new body from. So we don't want him doing that, do we?
No.
So I figured we'll use Lex Luthor's immense riches to acquire an item known as the Spear of Destiny, which is apparently the same spear that Jesus was stabbed with on the cross, and is like ultra powerful and whatnot. It can kill
Lobo.
spirits, I guess. So you know, if it comes to it and Lobo's spirit is still floating around on the astral plane looking for a new body to kind of regenerate, will use the Spear of Destiny to shove it up his ass and then kill him for good, and wipe him out of existence altogether.
Okay.
The end.
You were very specific about the best part of the body to stab him in.
You know, where else are you going to stab someone?
I will say, because clearly John has, played around with a lot of the people in the DC universe that he has done his research and that specific area. So I trust you 100% if that's what you say is the best area to do it.
Thank you.
He did win the DC Comics trivia contest between the two of you, so he has become an authority on
Wow.
the subject.
You know what? He knows what well, he's also married half of the DC
He's
universe.
been fucking sucking his way across the DC universe. Damn it.
Yeah, man. Good life. You can live it.
Fortunate are those.
There you go. There was a lot I liked in that.
Yes.
There's a lot I liked in that.
There was a lot. There's fucking genius stuff in there. Absolutely.
Very well thought out.
Yeah. I mean, getting Constantine to negotiate with, Satan to renege on the offer to let Lobo come back to hell. That's very clever. And also topical, because we just talked about it very recently. You knew exactly who to talk to get what you needed. And you also know that Constantine's a bit of a slut, so.
There you go.
Well, he knows.
I mean, the man did convince trick an angel into having sex with a succubus, so I mean, Constantine knows how to get around. That's for sure.
That's what I've heard.
So I would say, John, your plan is very thorough and very thought out, and I do think there's a good percentage of success rate there.
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a tale of two cities, right? The task was kill Lobo. One person has the wealth and resources that come along with a sham marriage.
Hey,
who said sham?
You love each other in a weird kind of way.
Yeah. But it's, we have science, we have the supernatural, we have religious iconography, all rolled into this very long and detailed plan to kill Lobo. And on the other, we have make the fucker sign a contract to kill himself because he's going to do it.
Bingo.
Well done, both of you.
Out of my
hands. Well done. And you didn't have to marry anybody.
I wanted to. Lord knows I did, but I can't afford a wedding ring.
Yeah, there's other fish out there.
Mm.
Some of them
Dolphins
Aquaman can talk to for you. He'll hook you up.
That's true. Like, can Aquaman talk to space dolphins?
We will find out in the Emperor Aquaman series that's going to be coming out shortly, where Aquaman's going to space.
Okay. Would you think that he'll meet a space dolphin?
I feel like he has to. I feel like if you have it existing and you're like, we're going to put Aquaman in space for a while, he's got to encounter the space dolphins.
Wait, he should, but
We'll see.
They got rid of his magic hand and sent him to space, so it's not always smooth sailing.
We'll see.
Okay.
Well, John, that was a very cinematic plan. And somebody tells me that you watched a lot of movies. How many movies have you watched in the year 2026 so far?
So I have now watched 219 movies.
So we broke 200, which I think we were breaking you were very close to breaking 200 last time, so you definitely crossed that threshold. So what was your most recent one?
My most recent one was one from about just over 10 years ago called Coherence, which is like a low budget sci-fi kind of alternate realities sort of merging kind of deal, which was very good. It had do you remember how's his name, Nicholas Brendan from Buffy the Vampire Slayer in it?
Oh yeah, Xavier.
He played Xander.
Oh, Xavier.
Yes.
Xavier. Yeah, I was not a big Buffy
he was.
Okay.
Okay. He was involved. Yeah, it was quite tough to follow at points, but like I quite enjoyed it still.
What did you give it on Letterboxd?
I gave it 3.5 stars.
Wow.
All right.
Well, if you want
average.
to see some more of John's reviews of other movies, low budget or otherwise, John, where can they go to see those?
They can head to Letterboxd and find me at Big John Bowski, all one word.
There you go. And Dylan, what have you been up to lately?
Well, as we know, I run and operate the majority of the Smart Avengers OnlyFans page.
Working John like
It's
a
very
slave.
hot, it's very wet. Yeah,
It's cracking a whip on him every
there's a
now and
lot
then.
going on. Yeah, you gotta pop in. I know it's like £15 a month, which sounds like a lot, but trust me, the wealth of content we give you guys is like you're gonna say £15 is not enough. Take more, and
Yeah.
we will. We'll take it
Gladly.
100%. Other than that, though, I do a radio show every Monday nights on bouncedigitalradio.co.uk. You can listen to it online. You can listen to it wherever you are on your browser and all that stuff. 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock UK time. We play a lot of rock music and fun stuff like that. All sorts. It's not just rock music. There's all sorts of good music on it. Sometimes I stream on Twitch at Spooky LaRue, where I draw stuff and I animate those things and put them on YouTube at Team Crows and I. So if you guys could like and subscribe and whatever the fuck, that would be nice because nobody watches the videos. I think that's it, right?
I think that's it. I think it's all you pitch.
Mhm.
As for me, I have my other show, Large Old Cup, where the most recent episode I did was about thoughts about Alzheimer's that I was having at a gay bar, which was an interesting place to have thoughts about Alzheimer's. And yeah, so that's the Stream of Consciousness show. I usually kind of go in with a vague idea of what I'm going to talk about because I have about 28 minutes to fill, and I fill it with whatever is off the dome at the time. It's kind of fun. It's kind of like doing an open mic to no one.
I know what that's like.
Yeah, I hear Dragon Lee's a big fan. In addition to that,
I didn't see that.
in addition to that, I have the other show that I do for our YouTube channel, New Number Ones. At the time of recording, the last New Number One that I did was for Keen Spot Comics Maid Cafe, which was a comic that came in a little plastic bag, which was surprising and alarming for me at first, because normally that's for porn. That was not the case. It just came with a trading card. For reasons I'm still not really sure why they included a trading card in it, but still they did. But until next time, when you need us to kill a seemingly unkillable bounty hunter, we'll surprise you, it sounds like.
Well, we'll give him syphilis.
It's the best we can do. All right, we'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
That's Lobo. That's what he sounds like.
Was that before or after the bee stings?
Before. Can you imagine if like Jason Momoa was like playing Lobo and that's what he sounded like?
Hey, it's me, Lobo.
Hey, I'm Lobo.
Hey guys, me Lobo. I'm gonna kick your ass.